Hello and welcome to the Student Registration Tutorial Video Workshop. This is a presentation made by the SSHA Peer Mentor Program. The purpose of this workshop is to provide you with skills on how to effectively register for your courses and understand how to find needed resources. These will be the topics we will cover throughout this video. We will go over degree requirements, my audit, using the online schedule of classes, constructing a course schedule, enrollment requirements, course registration, errors and problems, and how to register for courses. Feel free to pause this video or go back whenever needed. These are degree requirements you will need to fulfill in order to graduate. USMSD set requirements are courses all students have to take. For example, you need to complete Writing 1 and Writing 10. You also need American History and Institutions. However, this is usually satisfied if students graduated from a high school in the state of California. You will also need to take Core 1. Note that before taking Core 1, you will need to complete the Writing 1 prerequisite. Social Sciences, Humanities, and Arts requirements are courses all students in SSHA majors need to take. You will need to take 2 natural science or engineering courses with or without lab. You will need a mathematical or quantitative reasoning course. However, this may be satisfied by some students by a major course. Check your My Audit and University catalog for more information. You also need a Humanities, Arts, or for a language course that is outside of your major. You need a Social Science course that is outside of your major as well. And 4 Upper Division General Education courses. List of courses that fulfill these requirements can be found in the SSHA Advising page under the Student tab. Each major has different major requirements. It is essential for you to review your own requirements. Even though your friend or your roommate may be the same major as you, it does not mean that you will need to enroll in the same courses. This is why we recommend for you to use your My Audit and University catalog to review what courses you need to take. Meet with a peer mentor if you need further help. In order to change your major or add a minor, you need a cumulative GPA of 2.0. For this reason, first semester freshmen do not qualify to change their major. However, you can plan courses based on the major you intend to be. To change your major or add a minor, you need to fill out a change of major form or a change of minor form and turn it into school that your new major falls under. To view a list of majors and minors offered by SSHA, visit the SSHA Advising website and the online catalog. In the online catalog, you can also find information for all majors found at USMSD. The SSHA Advising website has needed information and resources for all SSHA students. You can find policies, guidelines, forms, the SSHA update, and much more. If you need to meet with an advisor, you can find updated walk-in hours on the website. If you plan to meet with an advisor, make sure to check the website for updated walk-in hours because they tend to change. If you would like to meet with a peer mentor, updated walk-ins can be found on the SSHA Peer Mentor tab under Students. Here you can find our hours and upcoming workshops as well. To access your My Audit, log into your USMSD portal. This will direct you to a new page where you will be able to submit an audit by following the instructions listed here. If you need more help accessing your My Audit, we recommend you watch our short My Audit video workshop. If you're thinking of changing majors, then you should run a What If audit. This will show you requirements based on the major you intend to change to. Then My Audit shows you your degree requirements. This is personalized for each student based on their major and courses they have taken. You should use the My Audit along with the university catalog to view what requirements you need to fulfill and what courses meet these requirements. Let's go over a few important things in the My Audit. Here you can find your primary advisor on the top. Note that if you're a new student, it may take some time for your primary advisor to appear. This is an example of requirements as they appear in the My Audit. If you need a more in-depth explanation of how to read the My Audit or what each symbol means, make sure to watch the My Audit video workshop on our website. Now we will go over how to use the online schedule of classes. The online schedule can be found at registrar.usmsd.edu/go/schedule. You can search for open classes to see what is currently available for you to add, or you can also search by all classes. You can click all subjects and view the list of courses, or you can click a specific subject such as core if you already have a subject in mind. Let's go over how the schedule looks like. If you were to look for a core class, then you will receive something similar to this. It will show you the days each class is available. Note that R stands for Thursday. The CRN number is the 5-digit number given to each course component. The 5-digit CRN number will be used for you to register in each course, so make sure to keep record of each CRN. Classes may have more than one component. For example, this core class has an accompanying discussion session, so you will need to have 2 CRN numbers, one for the lecture and one for the discussion, to be able to successfully register in this course. Here you can also check when the course will have a final exam. Note that not all courses have final exams, so if you do not see one, as in the case of Core 1, do not worry. The online schedule has valuable information as you are searching for courses. For example, if you're looking at Psychology 15 and want to know more about the class, you can click the CRN and it will take you to the page on the right. Here you can find the course description, class availability, and any prerequisites for the class. If you see the course detail for this course, there are 46 seats remaining, and you will need to take and pass Psychology 10 with a C- or better before taking the course. So if you do not have the prerequisites complete, now you know that you need to look for a different course. Now that we understand how to find courses and what CRN numbers are, we can go over how to create your schedule. In order to be a full-time student, you need to be enrolled in 12 units. However, we suggest students to enroll in 15 to 16 units each semester, which is about 4 classes. This is so students can be on track to graduate on time. Minimum progress means that students need to successfully complete 24 units each academic year. If a student receives an F and does not pass the course, then they will not receive units for the class. Normal progress means that students are expected to complete their degree requirements within 4 years or 8 terms. Let's go over a few things that you should keep in mind as you're creating your schedule. Lectures, discussions, labs, and final exams cannot overlap. You cannot be in 2 places at once. Freshmen should only be taking lower division courses. That means courses numbered 99 and below. Examples of lower division courses are Psych 1 and GAS 34. Examples of upper division courses are Anthro 152 and Econ 100. If you see a course in 200s, then that is a graduate level course for graduate students. Another thing to consider is that you need to make sure you have completed any prerequisites. If you do not have the prerequisites, then you will need to find a different course or take a prerequisite first. Furthermore, you should think about what time of day you work best. If you're a morning person, then you should look into taking morning courses. Keep in mind that at times some courses are only taught at a specific time, and you may have to take a class at a time you do not like. Lastly, you should ask yourself if your work is feasible. You need to consider how much time you will need to spend studying for courses outside of class, and not take on more than you can handle. We suggest for you to use a weekly planner like this one when planning your courses to ensure that there is no overlap. Now that you have your courses chosen, let's go over how to register. Make sure to have all your CRNs ready and that your classes do not conflict with one another. First, log into your UC Merced portal at my.ucmerced.edu. Once you're successfully logged in, look for the Student Services section on the top left-hand corner. There you will find My Registration tab. Select My Registration and it will redirect you to a new link. Here you will select the Register Add Drop Classes, which is the first option. There are other services on this page, like Student Schedule by Week, that you can come back to once you register to see how your schedule looks like. You will first be asked what term you wish to register for. Make sure you select the appropriate term you're registering in. Once you select the term, the following page will appear. In each box, you need to input your CRN that you wish to register for. Once you have your CRNs inputted, make sure to select Submit Changes to register for the courses. There are various reasons as to why you may receive an error. Here are the most common errors that students see. Linked course required means that you did not add a required corresponding lecture, lab, or discussion with the course. If you remember the Core 1 example we previously went over, it had a lecture and a discussion. If you only added one CRN number, you will receive this type of error. Prerequisite not completed means that the course has a required previous course that you have not taken. If you remember the Psychology 15 class we previously went over, it had a Psychology 10 requirement. If you have not taken Psychology 10 and try to enroll in this course, you will receive this error. Time conflict means that you have one of the courses or finals at the same time of another course or final. Even though your classes may not be at the same time, you may have to make sure that final exams are at different times as well. If you receive any of these errors, go back and fix your schedule, then re-register to fix the problems. After registering, you should verify that you have successfully registered in the courses you chose. If you successfully registered, it will say Rep registered under status as the picture here shows. If you need to drop a course, you can do so on the same page where you added your courses. Simply select the box under Action and select Web Drop from the drop-down menu. Only select Web Drop for the courses you want to drop. Make sure to select Submit Changes when done. Verify drop add deadlines for each semester you're registering for. If you try to add or drop a course after the deadline, you will not be able to do so. Once you are done registering, you can verify your enrollment. In your UC portal on the top left-hand corner, select My Registration. This will redirect you to the image shown here. Here you can select Concise Student Schedule and it will show you the courses you are registered in. You can also select Student Schedule by week and it will show you how your weekly schedule looks like. Congratulations, you have now enrolled in your courses. Now let's look at an example of what a finished schedule looks like. Let's look at this example. In the following example, the student has registered for the art class. See how there is a discussion for the art class that the student has registered for as well and has planned for in their schedule. The student has also registered for ESS. Notice that this class has both a lab and discussion besides the lecture. So, the student had 3 CRNs when registering. This student also registered for Core 1 Lecture and Discussion, as well as Social 1 Lecture and Discussion. On another note, in order to be successful, you need to plan ahead and ensure you make time for the important things. The rest of the space, colored in purple, is for you to study, do extracurricular activities, work, and do any other duties you have. It is all about choices and managing your time. What you do with your time outside of class will determine your success. Peer mentors are here to help. Peer mentors are here to aid in your success at UC Merced by providing academic advising, guidance, and campus resources. They can help with answering registration questions, semester planning, understanding major or minor requirements, reading your My Audit, filling out forms, knowing important dates and deadlines, finding campus resources, assisting with the transition from high school to college, as well as stress and time management techniques. If you want to meet with a peer mentor, check in at COB 204. Check the website for updated walk-in hours as well. This ends our presentation on the registration tutorial. Make sure to follow us on social media for weekly updates on deadlines, policies, and much more. We can be found on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. You can always email Shop Your Mentor if you have any further questions. Thank you for watching, and make sure to watch our other workshop webinars.